JHG dear students, in this lecture I am going to discuss about some basic concept of chemistry, JHG, and first of all about solution. Solution is homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. It is translucent and it can filter through parchment paper. Solution is homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. It is translucent and it can easily filter through parchment paper. Therefore, solution contain solute plus solvent. That component which is present in small amount, minimum amount, that is known as solute, and which is present in maximum amount, that is known as solvent. Solute and solvent both combine together to form homogeneous mixture. Then it is called solution. Why it is said to be homogeneous? A particular word is given here, homogeneous. Homogeneous, why? Because in this solution the size of solute molecule as well as solvent molecule is same, and on account of the similarity of solute as well as solvent molecules, it is known as homogeneous. In this solution, size of solvent molecule 10 to power minus 8 centimeter. By the same way, the size of solute molecule also 10 to power minus 8 centimeter. Having the similarity in the size of solute as well as solvent molecule, it is said to be homogeneous. If any solution is homogeneous, it must be translucent. Translucent, you know, partial transparent is known as translucent, and it can easily filter through parchment paper, right? Example, for example, as NaCl solution C6H12O6, that is glucose solution C12H22O11, that is the sucrose solution, etc. All these compound either means NaCl, glucose, sucrose, urea, ferric chloride, and so on. All these compounds used to form their homogeneous mixture with water. Suppose we are telling about NaCl solution. In NaCl solution, NaCl is solute and water is solvent. Such type solutions never treated under precipitation. Precipitation, you know, the separation of solute as well as solvent molecule is called precipitation, right? In case of true solution, their precipitation is not possible. Why? What is the basic reason behind it? Because the size of solute as well as solvent molecule is same, right? I hope everyone come to know about solution. Solution is homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. It is translucent. It can easily filter through parchment paper, but its precipitation is not possible, right? Now we are going to discuss about strength of solution. That is very important. About strength of solution. The amount of solute present in definite volume of solution is called strength of solution. Okay? The amount of solute present in definite volume of solution is known as strength of solution. We can decide the strength of any solution through different units. For example, Suppose, as for the measuring of the weight of any substance, we can measure the weight in milligram, centigram, decigram, decagram, hectogram, kilogram. All these units used to indicate about for the measurement of weight. By the same way, to decide the strength of any solution, we can use molarity, molality, mole fraction, percentage strength, strength in ppm, and so on. Right? Then first of all, we have to discuss about molarity. About molarity. This is used to decide the strength of solution. Right? Molarity. Molarity. It is denoted by capital M. Right? The number of moles of solute present in 1 liter volume of solution is called molarity. Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter volume of solution is called molarity. Therefore, molarity is equal to number of moles of solute whole upon volume of solution in liter. Okay? And number of moles W upon M whole upon V in liter. This is mathematical approach of molarity. Right? Here, do you know W? This is the weight of solute, and M is considered to be molar mass of solute, and here V stand volume of solution in liter. Right? This formula is used to decide to find out the numericals related to this one. Since W upon M used to indicate number of moles. Okay, these are the number of moles of solute. Here volume, that is given in liter. Therefore, its unit, right? Therefore, its unit must be mole. This one mole, and this is given in liter. So its unit will be mole per liter. This is the molarity, right? And for any solution, it can stand in its variation form, like molar solution, decimolar solution, semimolar solution, molar solution. What do you mean by this? See, about for any solution. First, molar solution. Molar solution means its molarity is equal to 1. If the given molar solution, what do you mean by the molar solution? Molar solution is that solution whose molarity is 1. By the same way, decimolar solution. Decimolar solution means whose molarity is 1 by 10. By the same way, semi-molar solution. Semi-molar solution means whose molarity is 1 by 100. And by the same way, semimolar, both are homophones. It is going to start from C and that is going to start from S. Semimolar solution means that solution whose molarity is 1 by 2. I hope everybody come to know about the molarity, right? Suppose we have to explain one of the numerical approach related to this. As for numerical approach, for example, as for C6H12O6 solution. Here the solution of glucose is given. The weight of glucose is given 800 gram. 800 gram glucose used to dissolve in water to form solution. To form solution is 2500 ml. You are understanding? This is the numerical approach. Let us consider a glucose solution is given in which 800 gram of glucose used to dissolve in water to form its 2500 ml solution. Then you have to find out the molarity of this solution. You have to decide molarity of this solution. Then how will you find out its solution? In this case, W is given already how much? 800 gram. Volume is given 2500 ml and you have to convert into liter. So divide by 1000. Ultimately volume becomes 2.5 liter. And one thing more you have to require. Molar mass of glucose. Molar mass of C6H12O6. That is 180. But you may confuse why 180. Atomic mass of one carbon atom is 12. 12 into 6. Atomic mass of one hydrogen atom is 1. Here are 12 hydrogen atoms. So 1 into 12 plus atomic mass of one oxygen atom is 16. Here are 6 hydrogen atoms. 16 into 6 means 12 into 6 plus 1 into 12 plus 16 into 6 is equal to 180. Now you can find out its molarity. Therefore, molarity is equal to WmV in liter. Here the weight of W is given 800, molar mass 180 and volume in liter 2.5, and hence you can calculate the solution, right? Hence you can find out the molarity of this solution. Ultimately, with the help of this solution, you can find out the molarity of any solution, either volatile compound or non-volatile, any compound or any covalent compound, right? Okay. Now about molality. It is also used to decide the strength of solution. Molality. It is denoted by small m. What is the molality? The number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram weight of solvent. Number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram weight of solvent is called molality of solution. Therefore, we can write, therefore, molality is equal to number of moles of solute whole upon weight of solvent in kg. You can use the symbol number of moles W1 upon M1 whole upon W2 in kg. Molality. This is the mathematical approach to decide the molality of any solution. Okay, here W1 is the weight of solute. Okay, M1 molar mass of solute, right? And what is the W2 here? W2 is considered to be the weight of solvent, particularly in kg. And what will be its unit? This one is given in mole. This is the number of moles of solute, and this one is the weight of solvent in kg. its unit must be moles per kg. Its unit is also to be moles per kg. And for any solution, molar solution means molarity is 1. Decimolar solution, molarity is 1/10. Semimolar solution, molality is 1/100, right? And semimolar, SEMI, semimolar solution means molality is 1/2, right? Then now you are going to perfect about molarity as well as molality. Now there is a particular question. Many times in different competitive exam as well as board exam, a question is going to ask from the students. Suppose any solution is given, and you have to find out the strength of that solution, and you have given choices. You can decide the strength of solution either in molarity or in molality. Now what is the question? To whom you will prefer more between molarity as well as molality to decide the strength of given solution and why? Listen once more. अभी क्लियर देखो आपको एक सॉल्यूशन दिया है और उस सॉल्यूशन के आपको स्ट्रेंथ फाइंड करना है, एंड यू कैन फाइंड आउट द स्ट्रेंथ either in molality or in molarity. To whom you will prefer more between molarity and molality to decide the strength of solution? Very interesting question. Some of the students used to say we have to use molarity, some are going to say molality, but reason you know. For the given solution, if you are demanded to decide the strength of solution, then you have to you will prefer to molality in place of molarity. Why? We have to prefer molality in place of molarity. Why? This is the formula of molarity. Number of moles of solute, weight of solvent in kg. And for the molarity, number of moles of solute का whole upon volume of solution in liter. अब suppose you have to find out the solution, strength of solution. If you will decide the strength of solution in molarity, then that will change on changing temperature. That will change on changing temperature, because in case of molarity, number of moles of solute is the same in both cases. But in case of molarity, volume is given in liter, and volume used to change in temperature. But in case of molarity, its value remain evergreen. It will not change. Why? Because there is no effect of temperature in the phase. And nothing is given in molarity which is going to change with temperature. So you have to prefer molality to decide the strength of any solution in place of molarity. Clear? Okay. Fraction. Mole fraction. What is the mole fraction? Simply you have to define the number of moles of, it is the ratio, you know, it is the ratio between the number of moles of solute or number of moles of solvent and total number of moles of solution. Once more, it is the ratio between the number of moles of solute or number of moles of solvent and total number of moles of solution. For example, let the number of moles of solute given N1 and let the number of moles of solvent N2. Number of moles of solute N1, let us consider, and number of moles of solvent N2. Okay, therefore total number of moles of solution, that is equal to N1 plus N2. Therefore, mole fraction of solute equal N1 upon N1 plus N2. And by the same way, mole fraction of solvent, number of moles of solvent whole upon N1 plus N2. This is very effective things. If you want to decide the number of moles, if the number of moles of solute and solvent both are given, then the total number of moles of solution must be N1 plus N2, because both the components are present in solution, right? If we want to decide the mole fraction of solute, then the number of moles of solute and total number of moles of solution. By the same way, during deciding the mole fraction of solvent, number of moles of solvent whole upon number of moles of solution, N1 plus N2. Here N1 is equal to W1 upon M1 is number of moles of solute, right? And here N2 is equal to W2 upon M2. These are the number of moles of solvent. Okay? If number of moles of solute and solvent is not given, then applying this formula, you can find out the number of moles of solute as well as number of moles of solvent. Number of moles of solute, weight of solute, the whole upon molar mass of solute, and moles of solvent, weight of solvent, and molar mass of solvent. With the help of this one, you can find out the mole fraction of solute and solvent for any solution. For example, I am telling a particular numerical approach related to this one, so that the theme of mole fraction is going to clear completely. We are telling related one numericals. Okay? A numerical question is given. An aqueous solution of C2H5OH. An aqueous solution of C2H5OH has particular amount of water and alcohol. What is the amount of water and what is the amount of alcohol? See here. For the aqueous solution of C2H5OH has 54% water. Calculate the mole fraction of alcohol and water. Calculate the mole fraction of alcohol and water. Question is given in front of you. C2H5OH solution. In this numerical, C2H5OH is solute and water is solvent. First of all, we have to note down the given things, right? Here, weight of water in W2 54 gram. Why? Because let us consider the weight of given solution is 100 gram. Percentage is given, then the total weight of solution we have to consider 100 gram. Ultimately, the weight of water means W2 is given 54 gram. Therefore, weight of C2H5OH, this is solute. Let us consider as W1. 100 minus 54 becomes equal to 46. Okay. Now, molar mass of H2O means M2. Everybody know hydrogen 2 and oxygen 16. 16 to 18. By the same way, molar mass of C2H5OH means M1 M1 here. 12, carbon 12. 12 2 ja 24. 24 plus 5. Oxygen means 12 into 2 plus 1 into hydrogen atomic mass 1, 5 plus oxygen 16 plus hydrogen 1 makes 46. Hence we have to find out the molar mass of water as well as alcohol. Now find out the number of moles of alcohol as well as water. Therefore, number of moles of water consider as En2, W2 upon M2. W2 is given here how much? 54 gram. Molar mass 18. 18 3 ja 54. Here the value of M2 is 3. By the same way, number of moles of alcohol C2H5OH means N1 W1 upon M1. W1 is 54 gram and molar mass is also sorry not 54, 46. Molar mass is 46, weight of is also 46. 46 becomes 1. Here the value of N1 is 46. Value of N2 is 3. Therefore, mole fraction of water means water mole, number of moles N2 upon N1 plus N2. Value of N2 is 3. N1 1 plus 3 means 3 by 4. By the same way, mole fraction of C2H5OH N1, number of moles of water and alcohol N1. N1 plus N2. What is the value of N1 here? 1. 1 plus 3 becomes 1 by 4. Hence, in case of any numerical, you can find out the mole fraction of each and every component. One thing that is very, very important related to the mole fraction. What is that thing? You know, for any solution, the sum of the mole fraction of solute as well as the mole fraction of solvent must be equal to 1. It is very important. For any solution, you should remember this formula forever. For any solution, mole fraction of solute plus mole fraction of solvent, that must be equal to 1. It is evergreen formula. You should remember forever. By applying this formula, you can easily find out if you will find, suppose, early you have to find out the mole fraction of solute. Then by reducing to it from 1, you can find out the mole fraction of solvent. Right? Then molality, mole fraction. And next thing is percentage strength. Next one, in the fourth category, percentage strength. We can also decide the strength of any solution by applying percentage strength function. What is the percentage strength? The amount of solute present in 100 gram of solution or 100 ml of solution is known as percentage strength. The amount of solute present in 100 ml volume of solution is called percentage strength. Okay? It is so easy. Percentage strength means the weight of solute whole upon volume of solution given in 100 ml. Right? This is so easy. No need to write its equation. Suppose, for example, as the strength of any solution is given 25%. That is 20 gram solute is present in 100 ml of solution. One thing that is necessary, in case of the percentage strength, we can decide by two ways. Percentage strength by mass. In this case, the weight of solution is given in gram. And second part, percentage strength by volume, by mass. सॉल्यूशन दिया होगा किसमें, ग्राम में, वेट में दिया होगा. और परसेंटेज स्ट्रेंथ बाय वॉल्यूम मींस इन दिस केस द सॉल्यूशन वॉल्यूम ऑफ सॉल्यूशन इज गिवन. एंड इन केस ऑफ वेट परसेंटेज, वेट ऑफ सॉल्यूशन इज गिवन, राइट. एंड फिफ्थ, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, strength in ppm. Very, very important. Strength in ppm. What do you mean by this? First of all, we want to know ppm. ppm full form this one. Parts per million. And 1 million equal to 10 to power 6. Here 1 million is equal to 10 to power 6. It means the amount of solute, the amount of solute present in 10 to power 6 gram of solvent is called strength in ppm. Listen once more, that is very important, very, very important. The amount of solute present in 10 to power 6 gram of solvent is known as strength in ppm. Okay, the amount of solute present in 10 to power 6 gram weight of solvent is considered the strength in ppm. Ultimately, it is just similar to percentage strength. In case of percentage strength, weight of solution is given in 100 ml, 100 gram or 100 ml. But in this case, weight of solute is given in 10 to power 6 gram of solvent. Okay? And one thing that is remarkable, we want to explain here remark. One remark. What is that remark? This unit is used to decide the strength of only those solutions. This unit is used to decide the strength of only those solutions in which the amount of solute is given in very small amount comparison to the amount of solvent. मतलब इन उन सॉल्यूशन की स्ट्रेंथ पीपीएम में फाइंड आउट करते हैं जिनमें सॉल्वेंट की अमाउंट तो बहुत ज्यादा होती है, बट द अमाउंट ऑफ solute is given in minimum scale, in least amount. For example, मतलब समझ पाए ना, हम सब उन्हीं सॉल्यूशन की स्ट्रेंथ पीपीएम में फाइंड करते हैं in which the amount of solute is minimum but the amount of solvent is maximum. For example, to decide the strength of hard water, we have to use ppm. किसी भी हार्ड वाटर की, टू डिसाइड द हार्डनेस ऑफ एनी हार्ड वाटर, वी हैव टू यूज पीपीएम स्ट्रेंथ. किसी हार्ड वाटर की जो हार्डनेस फाइंड करना हो उसके लिए हम पीपीएम स्ट्रेंथ यूज करते हैं. बिकॉज इन हार्ड वाटर द अमाउंट ऑफ सॉल्यूट मीन्स कैल्शियम, मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड or their carbonate is given in very small amount. Okay, and the weight of solvent is given in large scale. Clear? Okay. One important numerical of this one is given. For example, I am telling a particular numerical that is very, very important, because with the help of that numerical you can command the theme related to ppm. For example, as a question is given, numerical, a sample of drinking water is contaminated with chloroform. A sample of drinking water is contaminated with chloroform for carcinogen purpose. If the level of contamination of water is 15 ppm, then two parts are given there. First part, find out the strength of sample of water in ppm, and second part, find out the molality of chloroform. This numerical is given as the numerical number 17 in NCERT 11th class, and same numerical is given in 12th class solution chapter question number 9, right? Then a sample of drinking water is contaminated with chloroform, means in this numerical chloroform is solute and water is solvent, and very small amount of chloroform is mixed with water for carcinogen purpose, यानी अधिक समय तक उसको प्योर रखने के लिए. No doubt you can guess the amount of chloroform must be least comparative to water. Here the strength of sample of water, that is given 15 ppm. This one is given 15 ppm. Okay, and you have to find out two things. Strength of water in percentage, and second, molality of chloroform. CHCl is 3 is the formula of chloroform. Question once more. A sample of water is contaminated with chloroform for carcinogen purpose. If the level of the contamination of water is 15 ppm, means the strength of sample of water in which a small amount of chloroform is mixed is 15 ppm. Then you have to calculate two things: strength of the sample of water in percentage, and second, molality of chloroform. Solution. Okay. In this case, for the sample of water, here what is the solute? Chloroform is used as a solute. Okay, chloroform is used as a solute. The weight of solute is given how much? What do you mean by 15 ppm? 15 ppm means 15 gram chloroform is present in 10 to power 6 gram of water. 15 ppm. 15 ppm means, listen to me, 15 ppm means 15 gram chloroform is present as a solute in 10 to power 6 gram of water. Then therefore, weight of solute means chloroform is 15 gram. And weight of solvent is water. Okay, weight of solvent, that means water. It is given how much? 10 to power 6 gram. That is given 10 to power 6 gram. Therefore, first case, percentage strength. Percentage strength of water, that must be 15 upon 10 to power 6 into, so easy. In 10 to power 6 gram, chloroform is given 15 gram. Then in case of 100 gram, 15 upon 10 to power 6 into 100. You can find out its solution. 15 into 10 to power minus 4. 15 into 10 to power minus 4 percentage. Right? And in second case, you have to find out the molality of chloroform. Okay? Molality of chloroform. Second thing here, molality of chloroform. Ultimately, here W1 means weight of chloroform already given. How much? 15 gram. And weight of water, that is W2. How much? 10 to power 6 gram. Divide by 1000. becomes 10 to power 3 means 1000 kilogram. Because to decide the molality, weight of solvent must be given and must be taken in kilogram. Since it is given in grams, so we have to divide by 1000 and convert into kilogram. And one thing more, molar mass of chloroform means M1, carbon 12 plus hydrogen 1 plus 1 Cl 35.5 multiply by 3 become 119.5. This is the molar mass. Now I hope you can find out its molality most easily. Therefore, molality is equal to W1 upon M1 into W2 in kg. W1 how much? 15. Molar mass 119.5 and W2 1000. You can find out the molality, that is given moles per kg. That is given in moles per kg. Right? Hence we have to discuss about solution, strength of solution, molality, mole fraction, percentage strength, as well as strength in ppm with numerical approach. आज के लेक्चर में हम यहीं तक एक्सप्लेन करते हैं. इसका शेष पार्ट वी हैव टू डिस्कस इन माय नेक्स्ट lecture. Thank you.